Certainly, it was a sad week last week for Ghana as the country buried President Atta Mills, the late President Atta Mills, on Friday. So we saw the stock market closing over on Thursday. But let's get more on how the markets performed in Ghana from Emmanuel Tsigbey. He's a stockbroker at New World Renaissance. Emmanuel, great to have you on the show. Let's get straight into it. No trades on Friday because of the funeral. But how did the markets perform over the course of last week? I mean, this month we saw some pretty good results, first half results coming out of companies on the stock exchange. However, versus bearish sentiments, and of course we're seeing stock prices a bit cheap now as a result of this. What's your take on the market performance last week?
Yes, trading activity today picked up compared to what we saw most part of last week. At close of today's session, about 290,000 Ghana cedis worth of shares traded, and we actually saw about 4 price changes in farm milk, SIC, Total Petroleum, Ghana Oil. This are likely due to fantastic results released for their second quarter. We've also seen quite a bit of interest in Ghana Oil, which did about 31% of total value traded today. We still see quite a big size of investor interest in stocks like Guinness Ghana. We also have Ghana Oil, Farm Milk, and Ghana Commercial Bank.
Well, Emmanuel, I mean, the news that we're getting out of analysts there is that stocks seem cheaper now. I mean, what's your take on that? And of course, how do you think investors should play the fact that stocks seem a bit cheaper right now?
Yes, we have very, very good stocks, some of which have seen a price appreciation today. And we also have stocks like BOP and Unilever also looking very attractive, same as Standard Chartered Bank. I think for especially value investors, what they can do is to just take their positions now before other investors get to digest some of these figures that were released quite recently.
Well, Emmanuel, similar to what we're seeing over in Nigeria, we heard the MD of your JSE come out saying that you're pursuing mandatory listings on the NSE, and I'd love to get an update on that. He said specifically in your telecom sector, in your banking sector, what are we seeing there? Are we seeing private equity and of course venture capital firms looking to list some of these companies on the JSE? And give us an update on whether we are seeing some progress in this area.
Well, we've seen companies, especially multinational companies, encouraged to list a part of their holdings on the Ghana Stock Exchange, just to enable Ghanaians to also benefit from their operations. This, when realized, will actually boost trading activity on the exchange, and we have the CEO for Vodafone Ghana, Carl White, giving indications that in the coming few years we'll have the company as well as other telco companies listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. And I think this is very good news for industry players.
Well, certainly we'll be watching that. But tell me about inflation numbers. I mean, one thing we're expecting coming out of Ghana during the course of the week is inflation numbers, which are set to come out on Wednesday. Where do you see the CPI number going, Emmanuel? And of course, how do you see this affecting the markets? And that's one thing I always ask our brokers here. How do you see this affecting sentiment in the market?
Yes, it could inch up a bit from the current 9.4% to about 9.6%, even though it's not the best. But this actually based on the current market development. This will continue to have an adverse effect on the company operations, and I think with time we should see it getting into the double-digit figure.
Well, Emmanuel, let's turn our attention over to the bond market over in Ghana. We had the Bank of Ghana announcing today that yields are going down. Yields are going up actually on its 3-month bill. Actually, they rose from 22.80% to 22.91%. Now, the bank sold about 256.33 million cedis of the three-month paper out of a total of 324.07 million cedis of bids tendered. Now, looking at these numbers, what's your take on what we're going to see across other maturities over in Ghana's bond market?
Yes, development in the money market has been going up in recent times, but for about last 3 weeks, we've seen the price dropping. And for that matter, the recent increase in the rate, I think is just one of them, because this actually this actually affecting the capital market, because some investors see this to be more liquid and also safer, and for that matter, they actually turning their attention to the money market. Yeah.
Okay, well then in that case, can you give me your outlook then? First for the equity markets, what is your outlook then on how we're going to see the equity market perform this week? Still bearish sentiment?
Yes, for the rest of the week, activity will concentrate more in Ghana oil. We should see a bit of action in the Ghana Commercial Bank, same as farm work, and probably we should also see a bit of action in stocks like Cowbank.
Well, thank you so much, Emmanuel, for joining us. That was Emmanuel Tsigbey. He was giving us an update on the Ghana market.